Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike one.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1.
And the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the side. Angels go down 1-2-3, but and that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. Andrew Miller takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 21, Andrew Miller.
First pitch of the at-bat. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. The Angels are maintaining a slim lead in the late going of this series finale, so if they can wrap it up, they'll complete the series sweep.
Hey, Matt, what a great spot to be in. You're playing good baseball, you're going for the sweep, and you're leading by a few runs going into the later innings. Now it's just time to close the deal.
And a good hard slider as this one swung on and missed for the first out here in the 9th.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
First pitch on its way, heading out towards shallow right, and he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Settling in now, Austin Nolan, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. First pitch coming, here it is. And the slider gets the call on the inside corner.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting the leadoff guy on.
Now this crowd of over 38,000 on their feet. And a wasted pitch there, 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Last chance for the Mariners. Close, but it's not over yet. That's ball 2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And gone. An absolute bomb. A solo shot here to left as they cut the lead in half. It's 2-1 now.
That, my friends, is a cardinal sin for any closer. You can't give up the long ball. Good thing for him, he still has the lead. We'll see now if he can rebound and actually keep it.
The first baseman, number 19.
Standing in now, Evan White, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
No doubt, some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon.
That's a real tough pitch to hit. That's, in the pitcher's jargon, we call that the Hall of...
He got him, and the Angels break out the brooms at home and sweep their division rivals.
Well, that's not exactly how you draw it up. He gave up a long ball to make it interesting, but it was the only run he gave up, and he hangs on to collect the save.
Pitching and defense game, 2-1 the final score this afternoon. The Halos earn the victory despite only collecting 4 total hits. Shohei Ohtani notches his 3rd win of the year as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort. Luis Castillo pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Andrew Miller hammers down the save save his 8th of the season. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa. Now on a Sunday afternoon in Northern California, MLB The Show has baseball from the Oakland Coliseum. Today it's the rubber match of this 3-game series between the Houston Astros and the Oakland A's. We've got an excellent matchup on our hands in this one. Two of the league's craftiest starters go head-to-head. Jesus Luzardo starts the game on the mound for the 3rd and final game of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Boy, was he super good in his last one, a complete game shutout, a true gem. He certainly would like to repeat that performance here.
Now in the box, Jose Altuve, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. First offering on its way. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. And Dan Dero, these A's, as they begin play here this afternoon, they've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? Trying to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of the series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal the series right here.
2 balls and a strike to Jose Altuve. And he wouldn't have made contact with that one with an or. It's 2-2.
A good fastball that backed him off the plate, and then some slow stuff down and away. That's one of the classic ways to mess up a hitter's timing. Up and in, down and away, textbook.
Fly ball heading for the alley. And he's going to have extra bases right out of the chute today. And the Astros get something started right away. It's a leadoff double.
Wow, that's the way to kick off a day at the ballpark right there. Leadoff hitter, and he puts the pitcher on his heels right out of the gate with a leadoff double. It's hard to get settled into a game as a pitcher when you're dealing with the runner in scoring position, one batter into the game.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. Hit down the third baseline. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And the run will score as the Astros are off to the early 1-0 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
George Springer stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. The 1-0. A ball and a strike now. The 1-1. Runners on the move for second. A curveball hit right back at him. And he'll flip on to first to record the out. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matty, these are the lineups you want to be in. Driving to the ballpark, you got a cup of coffee in your hand, you look at the flags and they're blowing straight out. you're running to the manager's office if your name's not in the lineup. It just takes one grain on that bat, and you got a potential 3-run bomb. Look out for these guys going deep today.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there. The straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
Next up for the Stros, Carlos Correa. And Houston looking for more here in just the opening frame of the game. 1-0. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Reddick stands at second with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, 1-1. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
Dero, Jerry Hillsdale might be one of the more solid everyday umpires in the league right now.
Yeah, I think he's one of the best in the business, Dan. High praise all around. You go.
Hold on now. That ball is down and could score a run. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
Hey, sometimes you need a little bit of luck, too, as a pitcher. This ball absolutely scorched. Actually hit so hard that it wasn't able to drive a run in.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I know that ball was hit on the line. Surprised the third base coach held him with 2 outs.
Alex Bregman is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Comes set, the 0-1. Chopper foul. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Hard hit to first. Fielded cleanly. Olsen takes it on his own, and the inning is over. Astros forced to settle for only the 1 run. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. Forrest Whitley gets the ball in game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into the
leading off for the A's, the second baseman.
So stepping in, Matt Olson, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Matt Olson.
From the stretch. Sinker to open the AB, in there for strike 1. Fellas, taking a look at these Astros entering play here this afternoon. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, Dero, I think one of the things you want to do, you get to the 3rd game, you'd like to win this series and finish it off by winning game 3. It's always nice to win a series, whether it's at home or on the road. So this is a big one for this ball club.
The 1-2. Line drive. That's a base hit into the right center field gap. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
Here's Chris Davis now. He's got an opportunity here in a bases loaded situation and seems like the right man for the job.
I'd say so. He's the team leader in RBIs. Time for the right man in the right spot.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. Set to deliver the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Barreto, the runner at third. Piscotty over at second. Olsen at first with no outs. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. And he might get them all home as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. Number 249 career. And the A's open it up 4-1 now.
Yeah, you've got to feel really sorry for the pitcher. He was up against the ropes, bases loaded, with the power hit at the plate. The best thing you could do in that situation is to try to keep him from making hard contact. Well, so much for that. He obviously made a mistake, and the big slugger made him pay.
No contact on the sinker there, and he's behind 0-1. 4 runs here in this half inning. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. The 1-2. The 1-2. Popped straight up. Correa over to his left. 1 away. With that, let's look at the starting lineup for the hometown A's. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today, and they got their work cut out for them with the sinker baller on the mound.
Let's play ball. 3. Take out. 3. 4. Take the base. 3. 3. Out. 3. 3. Take out.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for Houston.
So 1 gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And that brings up the former Gold Glover Josh Reddick. First offering on its way. Swing and a miss, 0-1. We were expecting a pitcher's duel today, but this one's turned into a bit of a lopsided contest so far.
Yeah, Dan, here's what you fall into, though. If you're going to be a finesse pitcher, you can't leave balls over the heart of the plate or they do not come back. A lot of guys stepping in the batter's box right now with a ton of confidence.
No doubt about it, D. Where we've seen one pitcher on point, one guy not on point, and the guy that's not been, he's having a rough go of it this afternoon.
Fouled off. Back up the middle to second for 1. Relay to Olsen. They turn the double play, and that retires the side. Astros are down quietly. They're down 7-1. Striding in, Matt Olsen. He steps in off a base.
The first baseman,
Digging in the switch hitter, Abraham Torre, and their runners at the corners now.
The designated hitter, Abraham Torre.
Here's the first pitch to him. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the gloves down the line. And the runner from third scores as they try to work their way back into this one. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Number 28.
So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Now the Oakland skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So his final ledger will show just 5 2/3 innings of work, but he did what he needed to do in this one. Paul Blackburn trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
58, Paul Blackburn.
In now, Robinson Chirinos, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. From the belt, kicks and deals. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the home half. The A's lead this one 7. And that brings up the left-handed hit.
The third baseman, Travis.
Here's George Springer, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
George Springer.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Alvarez. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. From the stretch. A swing and a ball to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Long throw to the plate. And the runner scores from second as they chip into the deficit here.
Yeah, 1 a day keeps the doctor away, Dan, especially when it's a big one late in the game. It doesn't matter at all. You're just trying to get 1 knock a day, find a couple barrels. He happened to catch his late.
Boy, I tell you what, if you're talking about coming at a good time, too, you're having kind of a rough night last AB. You end up being able to do something positive, not only for yourself, but also helping the team out, too.
Jake Diekman will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign.
Number 35, Jake Diekman.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. In there, 0-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Barreto fields cleanly. On to first. And talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. Astros forced to settle for only the 1 run. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. It's the A's 7 and the Astros 4. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty.
Play ball. Full
The
force.
right fielder,
Take the base.
Stephen Piscotty.
Striding in for Houston, Abraham Torrey. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at-bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
Daniel Mengden comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out.
Number 33, Daniel Mengden.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And this is low, ball one. As we play out the last few innings, I guess it's safe to say this one hasn't gone the way we thought it was going to go. Despite featuring two of the most deceptive pitchers in the game, neither of these guys were fooling any hitters in this one.
You know, D-Row, this is a classic of one of these matches of guys that are more touch and feel kind of guys. And when they're not on point, they have a tough time getting through a lineup.
I know we expected more out of both these pitching staffs, but let's flip it. Let's give some credit where credit's due. The offenses were on point. They were obviously paying attention in the hitters' meetings, and they executed the game plan.
Bregman on second. Tucker on at first with nobody out. Ball two.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
Here now the 2-2. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. The 2-2 one more time. Now a hard liner. But this will be a foul ball. Fly ball out to straightaway right. And this is going to get down for extra bases as that'll get one, if not both of them home. Now the relay home. And he is safe as he beats the play at the plate, and it's now a 7-5 ball game. But baseball is a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
No question, he's swinging the bat very well of late. And when that's the case, you can't wait to get in the batter's box. Definitely the case in this game. That's his second base knock. This one for extra bases.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Mengden, a native Texan. He was a 4th-round selection during the 2014 draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
1-1 to Chirinos. And there's ball 2 now. A couple of men in scoring position here with none down. Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
3-2 now.
He came out of his shoes on that one, boys. I know he swung and missed it. We felt the breeze from up here, but if he gets that pitch again and catches it a grain low, we got action.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But it bends just foul into the second deck. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Yasmero Petit is summoned in the toughest situation a reliever can face. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Yasmero Petit.
He's set and the pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Clearly, this is a tough situation to be on the mound, but the key here is minimizing. They're up by 2, so if he could find a way to get out of this bases loaded jam by only giving up 1 run, that would be clutch.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Fouled away.
Hey, if he's going to offer at a fastball above the zone, why don't you just continue to climb the ladder? Don't be shocked if he goes even higher with this next pitch.
The next 0-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Into the box, Josh Reddick. As he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. 1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. And that finds the target. 0-2 now.
You know, he put himself in trouble right here, but he is finding a way to make pitches, and he's got a chance to get out of this thing.
Reddick behind a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, this is a monster strikeout situation right here. The double play would be great in this situation, but I know he's going for the K. You get a 1-2 count on a guy, he's going to throw his nastiest stuff.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. 1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Here he comes again, 1-2. And it's fouled away. Again, a 1-2. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there, that cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
Too high, ball 3.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
And he fouls this one off. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. High in the air out to center field. Laureano moves over. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And the runner from third scores as they try and work their way back into this one. That makes it 7-6 now. Now at the plate, George Springer. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
In there at the knees, strike 1. In previous matchups with Yusmeiro Petit, he's an impressive 5 for 8. He also has 1 home run.
Nope.
And he lays off for ball 1.
1-1.
Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. So 2 runs on 2 base hits, 1 Oakland error, and a couple of men left. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. It's the A's 7 and the Astros 6. Into the box now, Sean Murphy. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball, and it gets by him, a swinging strike. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And there's out number 1.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Travis Shaw. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he gets ahead 0-1. fouled off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. The 0-2 once more. Swing and a miss at one in the dirt. Chirinos corrals it, and he makes the throw to first. Shaw is retired, 2 down now.
Now batting, number 22.
And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him. Ground ball, foul down the left side. 2 out, nobody on. On the screws to shortstop, but caught to retire the side. A's are gone in order. So here's the cleanup hitter, Alvarez.
Leading off for the Astros, the first baseman, number 44.
Lou Trevino comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Number 62, Lou Trevino.
He's set. Here it comes. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Grounded back up the middle. And this will make its way into center field for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard now to open the ninth.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
Here's Carlos Correa now. Hit hard up the middle. A jumping catch at second for one. On the first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Oh, man, that's just a backbreaker right there. You get the leadoff man to start the ninth, and they're looking pretty good, right? Not when the next guy bounces into a double play. We'll see if they can get the final out and wrap this thing up.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. 1 ball, no strikes the count. 1-run game here in the top of the ninth. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Now a crowd announced at a bit over 23,000 comes to their feet. And it's fouled away. Last strike now for Houston. 2-2 now with 2 out here in the ninth.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
Time to narrow your focus up there at the plate. In a 1-run game, he doesn't want to walk it, so there's a good chance he's going to get something to handle right here.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Now a swing and a fly ball, and this should do it.
Nice
Catch is made, and the A's have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job done, but hey, they'll do whatever they can to get a W.
And this afternoon's closes at a 1-run game, 7-6 today. Oakland put up a 4 spot in the opening frame on the way to victory. Jesus Luzardo wins his 3rd of the season. Forrest Whitley allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. Lou Trevino wraps it up for the